Hello? Okay, I think I got it working. Oh, wait 1 minute. Is it working? Okay. Sorry about that. Just trying to get on top of everything. And sorry to everyone for the time tonight. So the original time that I was going to be on tonight was 7. That is my usual time, but lots of things came up before I could get online tonight. So I don't know. It just sometimes life just seems to affect what's going on. Anyway, but it's nice to be back. I had quite a busy day yesterday. I was working on some YouTube videos that I don't know. I kind of started working on them, and then I kind of changed my mind about them, and kind of said, "Well, I don't know if I want to do it this way or whatever." So I've kind of had second thoughts, but I spent all day doing that yesterday. And now, what I was originally going to do, which was the movie club video, um, and also my new YouTube watch, which I've just created, both got put to. I had to delay because I didn't have time to do them yesterday, and and now I was going to do them today, and then today's been really busy. I've had a lot of things have happened in my personal life. Yeah, okay. Right, in my personal life and stuff, even now people are wanting to talk with me. Um, but, yeah, so basically I've just been all over the place the last 24 hours. So, yeah, I didn't get to do my movie club, I didn't get to do my, YouTube watch along, so I'm kinda like well, not watch along, YouTube watch. So I'm kinda, like, behind completely. So it means tomorrow I'm gonna have a crazy day tomorrow. Um but I'll talk to you about that in a bit. I'll just see comments here. Hi, Charles. Good evening, Rachel. By the way, I agree with what you said about this country. Oh, right. Yeah. Well, I did release a video today. I just hope the microphone's okay. I think I changed the gauge on it because it's coming across quite quiet, and I'm trying to fix that with my mic when I'm doing shows and stuff. But yeah, I did release a video today, which was the one about, the countries going backwards, um, and yeah, it is, isn't it? If you haven't watched it, check it out because, I feel like I really kind of, well, I feel like I covered a lot of the main points of what's going on in this country at the moment, um, but, I've got some more follow-up videos. I mean, I actually wrote the script for that a couple of weeks back, and then I managed to get it out this week, but I've got a follow-up video that's kind of explaining more detail about some of the issues, legal issues in the UK to do with how they're trying to um, reverse a lot of the laws with transgender rights here in the UK. So I'll be putting that up soon. Greetings, hi Francis, nice to see you here tonight. Mercury, hello, hello Rachel, how's it going? It's good. It's good. Like I say, I'm sorry, guys, because I know I said that I'd be on at 7. Everything was kind of going that way, and then, like I said, things just happen. But I just shocked before I came on camera. It was just like I had something. I had to do something at what time was it? About I think yeah, it was about 5:30. I had 5:30 to 6:30. I was busy. I had an appointment I needed to go to and sort out, and then I thought, okay, I've got an hour before because I had to move back. Originally, it was 7 o'clock, and I had to move back to 7:30. And then at 7:30, I have my roommate and a few other people like contacting me, want to talk with me about stuff, and I'm like, okay, I'm supposed to be doing a live show tonight, and all of a sudden everybody wants to talk to me, and even now while I'm live, I don't even know what they want now, but I'll have to deal with it after the show. I commit this time to everybody. It's coming out okay, Rachel, your microphone. Yeah, you can hear it. Yeah, yeah, as long as you can hear it. I'm just worried about the gauge because, if you get too close, um, it can, because I can't hear it. I'd have to watch myself on camera, but the problem is if I watch myself, there's a delay. So, it's not like I watch it the same time as you guys. It's like I think there's like a 2 or 3 second delay or something. So it'd be annoying to have on in the corner here. I couldn't have it on a delay. Um, Good evening, Rachel. Hello. Hello, Jesse Brown. Hi, Brownie. Nice to see you tonight. How are you? Good. It's good to see you all here. It's good to see some regular faces here. It really means a lot to me to see you guys. It's like you know, every time we come on and we can have a chat and stuff. So yeah, I'm in a lot better mood already because I was a bit busy. I wanted to focus on what I wanted to do before the show today. I was thinking like, oh, I want to get maybe focus on some. There was some YouTube stuff that I wanted to look at, but I just didn't have chance to kind of go over it. I mean, some of the things I can do while I'm here, but it's just that I wanted to be organized, and I just didn't get it sorted. So anyway, it's life. Things like this happen. Like I say. Well, let me talk a few things that have been going on as well. Some stuff. Let's see. Firstly, the last show we did um was very. What happened was it was Jade. Jade, one of the regular members. I think she's not here tonight because she said that she had other commitments. She couldn't make the live show tonight. She said that in the last show she gifted memberships to 10 new people. So if those people are in here tonight, feel free to say hi. But she gifted 10 new memberships. So the membership level, the amount of people in the membership went up by 10 new people in one night, which it was amazing. Um, but there is a lot more members now. But I don't know how much they all want to be involved and stuff like that. I know most of you guys here that we see regularly, you guys are up for chatting. But I don't know if all the members are up for chatting, and I don't know if they'll all show up. Like this show tonight is a public show, but the Sunday show, that's the private show. So we'll see who turns up on the Sunday show. I think that's probably more idea to see who's which people have like become join the membership and want to like be part of the live show and discuss things. I haven't seen anyone new on the Discord that's wanted to be added to the membership membership section, but well, let's see. Let's see. It's up to them anyway. If they just want to watch and just support the channel, that's also good. But we'll see. So she gifted 10 memberships. Um, Also, I mean, if you're not a member and you're watching this, please consider becoming a member. I mean, subscribing to the channel is a start, and that's really helpful. To be honest with you, just subscribing is already a great thing. Um, but if you want to become a member, you'll get access to the private show, which is on Sunday, and you also get access to our private Discord that we now have. And you'll basically be supporting the channel as well, so I can keep making these videos. Oh, hello, we've got Elisa, yeah. Hi, Rachel. Yeah, hi. Nice to see you here tonight. I know we speak, Lisa. I know we speak quite often in the comments on the videos, but yeah, it's nice to see you in a live show. Like I say, we do these. I mean, these live shows. I've been doing them now. I try to do them most nights. To be honest with you, I could have probably done one last night, but I was busy doing these other videos. But I felt like I didn't. I don't know. I just felt like there wasn't the interest in it from people. Like they got a few views, but I was like, I don't really feel like anyone's really watching these. So I decided to take them down. Which I do sometimes. If I feel something's not working on my channel, I'll just switch it off and take it off. So right now I'm probably just going to keep to what I've been doing, which is the videos like I released today, the UK going backwards. We're going backwards about the UK transgender rights. So there'll be more videos like that coming. The more organized videos. And then what I'll probably do is like these live shows. I'll probably be more just talk with you guys on camera and maybe just talk about subjects that we cover and stuff like that. So I'll probably just keep it this way. But to be honest, I probably won't even really go too much on the what is it on other subjects. I mean, I will stick to more transgender issues on this channel. Oh, hi Jade. Unfortunately, I can't join you yet, but just want to say hi, hello. Hope you are having a lovely week. Yes, thank you, Jade. Well, I know you said you were busy tonight, so it's fine. If you can make it later on, you're free to join. I mean, I normally do these shows for about 2 hours, but if it's going good and everybody wants to keep going, sometimes it could go longer. It all depends on what we're talking about, and if it's something we want to keep the show going a bit longer tonight, we can do. But yeah, normally it's about 2 hours. So yeah, I mean, feel free. I mean, normally for the first hour-ish, I normally just chat with you guys. So feel free if you want to ask anything or want to talk about anything going on the channel or anything you'd like to see. I've had a lot of comments this week. I did a video. I think was it on Sunday? Yeah, it was Sunday. I did a video about Charlie Kirk's death, shall I say, and then how it was affecting not just affecting trans people, but just affecting things in general, because it has, hasn't it, this week? And I got a lot of comments back from that, and I always get a mixture of comments, which I was expecting anyway. I was expecting a mixture on that subject. There's always going to be different opinions, and that's fine. But I got a lot of comments from it, and I always try to reply to people, saying that if there's anybody out there who I haven't replied to your comment, I might do in the future, try to go through them, but it might not happen. It's just I'm getting so many. If you do make a comment, the best way is, like, obviously if you're a channel member, you guys, you have it separate. Basically on YouTube now, they put a separate column for me for members. So when you guys message or you do anything, yours get highlighted and I have yours on a different section. So I'll never miss a members comment unless we had like thousands of members that have made comments. That's the only way I'd probably miss it. But at the moment, I never miss a member's comment. So it's another reason to become a channel member, because you'll get on the I'll always be able to reply to you, because your comment will always be highlighted. However, sometimes I'll be honest, sometimes it has not actually highlighted some comments. But anyway, I do my best with the comments. But it's been a crazy week since that. There were just a lot of comments. So yeah, so today we'll probably. Let me just check the microphone. It might have switched. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I knocked the microphone thing out, but to be honest, it's not my fault, because the microphone is slightly broken, so the wire's not the best. Yeah, I said I'm probably gonna do something similar to what we normally do. Originally, I was thinking there was some YouTubers, and I thought maybe I would comment about them and talk about them, but I think if I'm gonna do it justice, I really need to kind of prepare for those. So I probably will do that tonight. I'll probably just go through the wheel. We'll do the wheel, and I'll probably just choose some videos from there, and we'll just see where we end up. Otherwise, like I said, on Saturday, I want to let people know this. I haven't recorded it yet. I'm going to record it tomorrow, because I'm going to do a movie club video this for Saturday. It's going to be released on Saturday, and I'm going to do that every Saturday. But it's only going to be on Patreon. So if you want to join the movie club, you do need to join Patreon, and you do need to join the first level, which the first level is the $5 level, which is $3.99 a month. Okay, But if you join that, you'll get the movie club. And there's also gonna be some extra videos that are gonna be on that level soon as well. But that means you'd have to join Patreon and you have to join the first level. That way you'd start getting the movie club um, videos. So that's gonna be released every Saturday. But once I will probably record it tomorrow, and I might even show you what it is, the movie club and everything, a bit more details. So if you're interested in that, all the links below this video if you want to go have a look. Because that's a new thing that I'm doing, and there's gonna be a lot of content coming soon. But right now it's only available via my Patreon, and it's like I said, and it's gonna be on there. So it, if you know the reason it's via my Patreon is because I can't always put certain videos on YouTube, and when you do anything, when you cover a film or you cover anything like that, the copyright rules on YouTube are very strict. So even if you have a bit of music in the background on a film, you might be able to cover the film. But if there's a bit of music in that film, they sometimes like can get you a copyright strike or something just because there's some music in it. So I decided the way I would do Movie Club is basically because Patreon is very easy, it's very connectable with YouTube. You know, anybody who's used it out there will probably understand what I'm talking about. And what it is you can put things on Patreon that you can't put on YouTube. So it's kind of a way of having videos that would just get copyrighted and stuff like that, and wouldn't be able to be played on YouTube. I just put them on Patreon. But because I put them on Patreon, obviously now I don't get ad revenue. So the only way that I can make money is if you have to join Patreon. That's the only way I can make any money from the video. But talking about the video, basically last night, I think it was about 8 p.m. about this time, and I'd recorded some of the videos up, and I was like, I want to do this movie club tonight. I want to get it done. So I watched the full movie, which was about it was. I mean, I say it's a movie. It's a short movie. It was 25 minutes long, which isn't that long. But I was commenting. I was using, I was talking to my microphone. I was doing all the commentary. I was a little tired because I've been recording all day, and then I thought I'd done a good job. I thought, oh, this is really good. I'm really glad I'm going to be able to let you guys see this. And then what happened was my microphone wasn't connected or something. It had gone off. It turned itself off. So I watched back what I recorded, and then half the video I'm just talking into the microphone, and there's nothing going on. So I lost the whole video yesterday. So unfortunately, it didn't get finished. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. I hope, unless I get really busy and I can't get it out. But I want to get it out by Saturday, so it's gonna have to be done. So there was that, and then otherwise, just I don't know, just been busy in the last 24 hours. And like I said, like last night, I thought to myself, instead of recording that, I could have been doing a live show because I had a few of you guys message me and say, I put a video out, and you're all kind of like talking with me, and I just thought, I wish I'd just done a live show last night as well. But this is how it is. Anyway, look, I might just start. We've only been it's only 20 minutes. I'm going to start early, aren't I? Well, we might as well. It's getting late, isn't it? Look, normally what I do is I have a little thing that I have. It's called spin the wheel. Let me get it out for you. So what I do is normally I just at the moment I have like a selection of videos, and I like to just I just spin a wheel. So sounds really weird. Yeah. Let me explain to you. So instead of just picking out what videos to watch, I like to do it randomly, and then I don't even know what's going to come up, and then we just watch whatever kind of comes up. Um, but there's something extra to this. Basically, anybody who I say donates, super chats or anything like that, super chats or donates. If you do that, then I will always do a spin. So, for example, if 5 people decided to donate tonight, for example, I mean, no, I never get 5 donations in a video, but let's say they did. I would spin it 5 times. So that means we could keep doing videos. So it means obviously the evening goes longer depending on um, people donating. So, you know, like I normally say, I'll be on air for about 2 hours. But if, for example, I was getting donations, it has to be a donation over equivalent of £1. So it can't be like 50p donation or something like that, you know. I guess it can't even be a dollar because the dollar's under a pound. So it has to be over £1. But basically, if I'm getting donations over £1, I'll keep spinning the wheel. But I'll also spin the wheel myself. It's not like we won't be looking at any videos, but it's just a way of like if you don't donate anything through super chats or anything like that, I will do more spins. So for example, if I spin this now, which I am going to do a spin soon, um, but then someone else says, "Oh, I'm going to donate, £1," then I would basically just spin it again. Um, I'll say this as well. If anyone becomes a channel member during this video, which is £1 for the month, I'll also spin it for that as well. So anything over £1 um in the live chats, I'll do an extra spin. And so, for example, like I said, if you got 5 spins, that means I would do 5 different videos. So it's just something if you want to keep the evening going, you want to keep watching the show, that's a way to keep it going. I mean, I have a lot of videos on here. Let me just double check to make sure I've got the right one here. This one, this one's actually probably better than the one I've been doing before because I think I've got 2 wheels, but this one seems to be. I'm going to use this one tonight. Let me check. So I'm going to share the screen with you guys so you can at least see this wheel. Like I say, I think it's more. I don't know. I think it's more interactive, more fun to have something like this. Let me find it. And I'll double check that you can see it. Always does this. Let me remove that. My intro screen. Okay. There we go. So yeah, so we've got a wheel here. And so basically, when we do videos, I just spin it. So I'll give you an example for now. See what we do. Well, I have no idea. To be honest, there's like 20 odd different ones. What is this one? I don't even know which video that is now. I'll go have a look. And then I can see. So, we could even start with this video tonight. So, and that's how we do it really. And then I just now I just go look for that video that I said I was going to do, and then I'll show you it. So let me do that now. But if any of you guys want to, if you do donate or you do super chat or if you become a channel supporter, like I said, there's the link below this video. If you become a channel supporter during the live stream, I will spin the wheel. That's just what I do. Now, bear with me 1 minute because I've got to find the videos. I'm in the wrong channel. So yeah, I mean, use the chat section. If you want to ask any questions, if you want to talk about anything, absolutely free to send me a message or anything like that there for now. Or if you want to talk about any of the videos that I've covered this week or anything like that, this is your chance to do it because this is live and I can talk directly with you. And that's really what I kind of say to use these live chats for. Now I've got to find it, not that one. Live shows. Okay, bear with me 1 minute. I've got to find this video. Transition video. I remember I with this video. I'm not sure which one it is. Which one was it? Because I remember I wrote this down because it was like I thought to myself, that isn't it's not that one. Could be this one. In fact, I think it is this one. Well, I'm gonna watch this one. Bear with me 1 minute. Wait, didn't we watch this? No. Did I watch this one? I think I watched this one before. Okay, look, let's just watch a video and let's see where we end up. I don't think we've watched this one before. I might be wrong, but because I think I watched this video before. Let me share the screen. I think you can see this. No, you can't. Though it is tonight. There you go. So yeah, we'll just start by watching a video and then we'll see where we end up.
I was confused a lot about how I felt. I knew that I didn't feel like a boy. I knew that I felt like a girl.
Sydney as a child was anxious, but delightful. There was always a sense of anxiety that we never could really.
So I think that this video just basically so transgender surgery services, Sydney Weber's story. So I don't know if this is just how long this it's been on 8 years, this video on YouTube. So some of you might have seen this before. Um let's before we go into this, let's see what it says. So Sydney Webbers is a 20-year-old Virginia resident who traveled to NYU Langone I don't know what that is, in February 2017 for a life transformation gender affirming procedure at our Hanger West Department of Plastic Surgery. Her reconstructive plastic surgery, Dr. Rachel Bluebon, I don't know these names, performed a transgender vaginoplasty working with her colleagues, Dr. Lee Zhong, who specializes in robotic surgery. Sydney, who now feels as if a weight has been lifted from her shoulders, and her parents share their experiences. Okay. So that was just a bit of an insight into what this video is about.
Figure out why.
I'm Episcopalian, and I would pray at night that I would wake up and be a girl. I didn't really know what being transgendered was until I was probably about in middle school. For a long time, I thought maybe I was just gay.
But at least she knew reasonably young age. I mean, like she said middle school or something like that. I'm not sure. I can't even think of what age that'll be now. And obviously, it might be a bit different from the UK. But at least she knew at a younger age. You know, some of us don't. I know some of us don't find the words for who we are until we're a lot older than school years. Even, I mean, I know that especially in my younger school years, I never really had the words for who I was, and the only images I ever could see on TV was like you'd see cross dressers. You know, there might have been some transgender people in those videos that I probably saw when I was younger, but most of the time I saw things like cross dressers and stuff, and it wasn't really until I guess I was in my teens when I started to really realize about trans people. But even then, it was still kind of more foggy, and I didn't really see many trans people in Western countries. Like I didn't really see it in America and England when I was younger. I mean, it's weird now because now I do. Now, now I've seen trans people from the '60s and things like that. So I'm kind of like, wow, I didn't see these people. But I feel like in some ways they were hidden away when I was younger, and I feel that's what they're trying to do now in the modern world. A lot of people want to like they don't want to teach transgender subjects and issues in schools, and they don't want young children to know about trans people. It's like in a way like they want to hide that away. And so for me, I feel like that's a really bad thing because I didn't have the language for who I was when I was at school. And in one way, um, that's what they want us to go back to. Whereas I think a lot of young people now do have the language for it because it is a lot more available. Then again, can they get rid of it with the internet? I don't think they can, you know? I mean, I'm here now on the internet. I mean, there's many women like me that are on the internet, so they can see trans people online pretty easy.
But I knew that I didn't feel like a boy, so I knew it wasn't quite the same thing as being gay.
As she approached puberty, we noticed that she was becoming increasingly frustrated. She was dyeing her hair a lot, changing color. not seeming to be really happy in the skin that she was in.
Yeah, if any of you are watching this and you can relate to anything that they're talking about in the video, feel free to comment, because obviously your comments, we all, though we all have, I guess, anybody who is trans who's watching this, we all have, we go on a journey that I guess some parts of our kind of journey, our transitions, our life have similar factors, but again, we're all individuals and we all react differently. I know that there is some trans women that they go through the similar thing to what was happening with this lady here. But some of us maybe not. Some of us have different experiences. So we're not all the same. But if you're sharing this or you have your own experience you want to share, please do. Please share it in the comments.
I started to talk to my parents a little bit more. I first told them I liked men.
She then came back and said, you know what, I think I was born in the wrong body.
That's when it kind of started to unfold that I was transgender. My parents were very supportive. At first, I think they were maybe a little bit scared for me. They were really worried about people picking on me and some of the hardships that I was going to have to face.
Yeah, I mean, it's good that she has supportive parents, because I mean that is, I think that's really a key thing. I don't know where it was that I was reading. Oh, I was actually no, I was watching a video, because I do watch quite a lot of videos on trans issues and stuff like that. But I actually watched a video today, and it was actually about gay men, but it was about gay men in, I think it was the 1970s or 1960s, something like that. A video that I want to do in one of my future videos, which is going to be on Patreon, but it's called YouTube Watch, where I watch videos on YouTube and then I discuss about the videos. But I watched it, and it was about gay men in I think it was the 1970s, early 70s, I think. And it was a time when people still thought that it was a mental illness to be gay. And they would talk about how parents were, how they reacted with their children. But the family that they were showing, and the gay man that was in the documentary, his family were very supportive. And I guess, there was a psychiatrist in it, said that they actually found out that even if you think that it's wrong being gay, the families that were more supportive, the children, the gay children, grew up in a more, because it was a more supportive background. They had a better chance than if the parents were not supportive. Because obviously they're not supportive. A lot of gay men, and this is same with trans people, would just leave home and go find a new family, find like-minded people, which is what a lot of gay and trans people do. But they said that actually they found that most of the time, if the parents were supportive, you would find that the gay child, or I guess they didn't talk about trans children, but they would probably just go like they would normally, like they would go get a job, and they would have relationships and things like that, and just have a more stable life. So actually, when parents are against who you are, that's the worst thing that they can do. So being supportive is so important, for to have parents that are supportive. I have supportive parents, and she does. So maybe you've got a different experience. If you have, just let me know. Or if your parents were supportive, just let me know, because it's kind of a key thing for us, especially in the trans community.
But I know it wasn't anything about them being unsupportive. It was just about them being scared for their girl. So
what we discovered is that by and large, everybody who cared about Sydney supported her. Family, friends, church, really all sort of rallied behind Sydney and by our family.
Like I say, she said she was not pescatarian, was it pesca? What? I'm sorry if I don't know the exact word. I know she's from a religious family, but it's kind of, it shows you that, when it comes to religion, there is some religious people who feel like they don't want to be supportive of trans people, don't see gay and trans people as equal. But when I see religious families that do support and do have, even the church supports them, I think that's more correct to me, because it's like in religion, you're supposed to care for each other and stuff, and especially with that support, I think it's really good, because it could, I know there's a lot of time this doesn't go this way when it kind of comes with religion and stuff. Sometimes it doesn't go that way, but obviously for her, people have been supportive, which is good.
I had started my transition in the mid-year of 10th grade. Surgery was pretty much what I knew I wanted.
There wasn't a question in my mind that the surgery had to be done. It's just a medical procedure that was medically necessary for her to become the person that she was really born to be.
I'm from Virginia.
Just stop it 1 minute there. Yeah, I mean, like I was going to say about surgery. This is the thing about surgery, and it is. I see so many different people online. They always, especially now, they kind of bring us down, trans people down to surgery and stuff. But I mean, the thing is, right? We didn't have surgery and hormones throughout the history of trans people. It's more of a newer thing, only in the last like 100 years or so, where we started to have access to hormones, access to surgeries that we could have. And it's just a way of like completing who we are, what we feel inside, we can do to our bodies outside, and we can present the way we feel. And I think that's an amazing thing. And I obviously I'm supportive of it. But so many people, when they're trying to take away what they're trying to take away, if you think about it, they can't take away being trans, because trans people are trans people. They're always going to be here. What they're trying to take away from us is our ability to be able to use surgical procedures and a medical procedure, medical pills, shall I say, and injections and things like that, hormones, HRT, to be able to present as ourselves. So if you think about it, they're trying to get rid of us. They're trying to erase us, but at the same time, they can't erase us, because we're still going to be here. But what they're trying to do is stop us from being able to present as well. Because that's really what they're doing. Trying to stop people from being able to have surgeries, trying to stop people from getting hormones. It's only the presenting way. We'll still be here. We'll still be doing what we're doing now. And anyway, you can't stop hormones, you can't stop surgery, because even if America and the UK stopped all that together, you can still get it from abroad. So it's not like they're going to be able to stop you. That's what we did in the past. We just have to go back and do what we had to do in the past.
There were no resources there, so we had to look a little bit further away. Dr. Bluan Lagner, she really understood my story, and she wanted to help me become who I'm supposed to be. I was really impressed that NYU Langone had the robotic surgery. I was really, really pleased with the hospital staff. They were really knowledgeable about the care that I needed, which I was really impressed by.
I think as well, this video is actually an advertisement for this, because everything seems to be going towards this. And I think that it says NY something here, a little logo here. So I think I've actually stumbled on an advert for this thing. But that's fine, isn't it? I mean, if they're offering some service, if someone's in America and they want to know about different services that are available, there's this service. I mean, I don't think it's a problem like showing hospitals and healthcare services that offer this service.
I feel safe, not only physically, but also emotionally.
Since the surgery has taken place, I almost immediately noticed that a weight was lifted from her.
She, I think, carries more confidence with herself.
She felt comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about, again, if you can tell me if you want to leave any comment. I mean, and this is how I feel. I mean, after just transitioning myself and everything, I just feel so much better. Do I feel more confident? Yeah, a lot more confident. And that confidence came very early in my transition. Even though I wouldn't say I presented as well as I do now. But I just being able to be myself and not hide away anymore gave me confidence. So I mean, like for her, she needed the confirmation of her body. I can see why that would give her that extra confidence. I mean, and obviously it has given her that confidence. And yeah, like I say, anybody out there who's been through any of this, please leave a comment, let us know.
And being who she was, and that was really touching as a mother to see that transformation. I'm gonna cry. To know that she wasn't struggling.
It's been a very positive experience, not only for her, but for the entire family.
You know, and these are the things that matter. When you have, like, obviously, she's got a positive experience. She's happy in life. She's more confident. And then you've got the family members and friends and stuff who also feel it's a positive thing. They feel good. And this is the thing that we don't, that people trying to take away from trans people is like the transition is the good time, is the right time. Is like once you transition, that's the happy time. The before is not. And when you get these people that don't want you to transition and try to advise against it, try to stop you from doing it, that's the wrong thing, because it's the transition that does make you whole, does make you free, and gives you a chance to be yourself.
One thing that I would like to pass on to any family who's going through a similar situation is, I would say, realize it's not going to be as scary as you think it is. Start to educate yourself right away so that you can help your child or whatever loved one, and then encourage them to educate themselves about the journey that they're about to embark on, and surround yourself with people who are going to love and support you.
So I think you can tell that like her parents are very not just supportive, but like he said, you need to educate, understand. And that's the thing. Because the thing is, I've been thinking about this a lot myself, like being trans. For trans people, a lot of the time, we know what it means to be trans. That's why we can say what we say about ourselves. But I understand that people who are not trans never understand what it feels like to feel like, oh, I'm not in the right body. I'm not. This isn't me. This isn't right. I need to be who I need to be. I need to transition. I need to live as myself. And the thing is, like, trans people understand this. We can understand this. But if you're not trans, how the hell can they understand that? They can't. So, but by educating, by listening, it's like even me saying this to whoever's watching now, any of you guys watching this, even if someone just turned on this live stream and heard me saying this, it's like they can kind of understand. So what it is I can't understand what it is, but trans people are saying to me, yeah, when you're trans, you understand. You know it. You just know, yes, I'm trans. And so anyone who tries to advise, or if you're not transgender, it's like, how do you know? How do you know? And that's how I feel, because I see people online, I see people on TV, and I just think, but you don't know. I say, I don't believe you. It's like, well, yeah, I understand why you don't believe, because you're not trans. You don't know what it feels like. You don't know.
Find the people that love you for who you are and bring them along with you to support you along the way.
I do plan on going to like cosmetology or beauty school, doing makeup and hair, photography, fashion design. I have never felt happier in my entire life. I've never felt more like myself. NYU Langone and their staff has helped me not start the new chapter of my life, but start the new book.
Okay, yeah. So it was an advert really for that. Sorry guys, I didn't mean, don't want to be putting ads out, but I think the message is there. They still gave out the message. They told us what the reality is, isn't it? Transitioning. Let me just go through some of the comments, because I know I've got a few here. I mean, feel free to tell me what you think about the video. This is what we do here. It's kind of like we show videos. Sometimes the videos can be very talkative. We can go into other videos just from one video, or sometimes we just get a feeling. We know what's going on. I thought it was an interesting video. Now I'm going to go here. I think this was the last one. So this was from Jade. Is that DNA, or is that DNA? Or is it Dine or Chine? I can't. It's so small on my screen. What did she say? She said it looks like Dine. Okay. Let me go Because I know she's entertaining tonight, isn't she? She said she was anyway to me earlier on. And then we got Mercury. You said, I did that. Dyeing hair. Oh, is that what she's doing? Dyeing her hair. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought she was dyeing her hair tonight. Okay, whatever. Dyeing her hair. Oh, sorry, because they said that she said that she was dyeing her hair a lot. Oh, so is that what you did then? Dye my hair different colors, trying to find the real me. Wondering why I didn't connect with the book in the mirror. Oh, the face in the mirror, yeah? Yeah, I think that's just a regular thing that a lot of us go through, that like you said. I mean, like coloring hair. I mean, my hair's colored. I'm brunette, brown hair originally, but I didn't really mess it. Be honest, I didn't dye my hair, so I'm just talking rubbish here. I dyed it once, and I dyed it blonde, and then I said, you know what, I'm going to keep it this color. Um, but I do know, yeah, a lot of especially a lot of trans people, they do, and you should do. You've got to experiment to find your look, who you are, because you've got to do that, haven't you? I mean, I had to do that. I couldn't, at first I wasn't who I was, I had to find my look. Finally here. Oh, you're here now, are you, Jade? Oh, well, nice to see you here now. Yeah, well, the thing is, Jade, originally we were going to be here earlier, and then I got distracted with the world outside the internet. Yeah, so I'm here later. So yeah, we'll see what happens anyway tonight. You never know with these shows. They'll go one way or they'll go another way. I don't know. I went to the gym today. I've been doing some exercise, and when I go to the gym, I tend to be a little bit more tired. I don't go to the gym that much, so when I do go to the gym, I do feel a little bit like a little bit more sleepier, but it's just a natural thing for me because I guess I need to go to the gym more often and get used to it. But yeah, I went to the gym today, so I am a little bit more on the sleepier side, but hopefully I'll just have a good sleep tonight. That's what I'm hoping. I meant face. Okay. What do you mean? Do you mean dye in your face? Now I'm confused, Merc. You have to tell me which one you mean. I don't have support. I think a lot of parents have this image of who they want their child to be. Do you know? I mean, it's been like this for a very long time. Like I said, I watched this documentary today about gay men in. I mean, it was called something like. Was it? No, it wasn't homophobia. Yeah, it was homosexual. It's a homosexual something. I don't know. I'm going to share it on my YouTube watch eventually. So I think Mercury, you're already on my Patreon, so you'll get all the videos, because I think you're on tier 2, aren't you? Which is the premium membership. So you actually get this video when it comes out. But I have to make it. And in that video that I'm going to cover, yeah, they talked about what is it like? Parent, because the way they've been educated. It's all about education. It's all about education. People see their children like a certain way, and then it's like back in the 60s, 70s, like they're like a gay child, and some people like disown the child or be angry with the child, and it's like there's nothing you can do about that. That's who they are. You should be supportive. But a lot of parents, I don't know why. I do know why. It's education. Because if they were educated, they wouldn't think like this. They wouldn't understand. It'd be like, well, there is gay people, there is trans people, and they live normal lives, and as long as society accepts us, we can live our normal lives. Like back then you weren't legally, you probably weren't even allowed to exist. I'm not sure about the 70s. I know in the 60s you weren't allowed to even wear women's clothes if you were assigned male at birth. I have been growing my hair out for 18 months. Merge has persuaded me to go for my first proper female styling. Oh, right. Yeah, good. Well, yeah, you should go do it. I mean, when you go to like a stylist, hair salon or anything, I've only had supportive people there. I mean, so I've had some good experiences. I do need to go get my hair done myself actually. But yeah, definitely go get. Don't if you're worried about it or anything, don't be. Just go and enjoy it, and you'll find a lot of supportive people, and you'll find the right places anyway. This is the thing. You just go and you meet people, and there's to be honest, there's a lot of supportive people in like hairdressing stuff. There's a lot of LGBTQ people in hairdressing anyway. So in fact, it's normally quite a supportive place. Just switching on. Hiya, friends. Hope you are well. Oh, hello. It's Cindy, isn't it? Cindy. I remember now. Cindy. Yeah, how are you? I haven't seen you for a while. I see you occasionally. I see you all the time. But anyway, we've got these live shows. At the moment, the live shows are kind of going to be on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. That's my plan. So I do them quite often now. Maybe FFS at Facial Team next year. Yeah, we were talking about this before. Because I've been there. I was thinking about doing a video, or I might even, we might even touch on it tonight. I don't know. I could always look at Facial Team. They have a website. No, they have a YouTube channel. So I say they have a YouTube channel. So I do recommend them. They are good. My experience was really great with them. They want treatment to be. Ooh, let me see. It's so small. This prohibitive, difficult to access. Do you mean people now in society or certain like groups and stuff? I do think there is. I mean, well, we know in the UK there's a lot of people that want to try and make it harder for us to get access to hormones, harder for us to get access to treatment and stuff. And basically, I think what they want now is to erase us from public life. I honestly believe that. I didn't so many years ago. I mean, like 10 years ago or something, I would have probably said, well, I'd said there were people that wanted to erase us from public life. But now I truly believe they really are trying to. And if things keep going the way they've been going, who knows, 1 minute. Who knows what's going to happen. I mean, the last couple of days we've had Trump in the UK. He came to the UK, and there's been, I mean, this is the second time that he's had a state visit. Normally you only get one visit, one state visit, and the second time it's not a state visit, but he got 2 state visits. And obviously they're trying to appease him, but I don't know if you guys have heard about what's going on in the news right now, but everybody was saying that the UK was the one with the problem with free speech, or they've been trying to claim that. But it looks more like America's got the problem now with free speech, because it looks like if you say anything against about Charlie Kirk that isn't positive, you can be in a lot of trouble. And I don't think it's just that. I think if you say anything negative about Trump now, it could even be an issue. So I don't know what's happening over there, but it doesn't look good from this side of the pond. It doesn't look good at all. Via the NHS anyway. Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think I've said before in one of my other videos, I've had problems with the NHS getting access to my hormones. So I would say that the NHS does. I think the NHS overall, the people in the NHS are really good. The people I've met have been very supportive, but I just think that the system is doesn't work very well. And yeah, I have struggled with certain things. Luckily, I have my London clinic, and I also have connections abroad, so I can get access to hormones. But it's just that, yeah, it's a problem, and I don't see it getting any better, to be honest with you. There's people out there trying to stop access to hormones altogether. My take is, if one is trans and they want to do any type of medical intervention, that's fab. But whether because of the cost or just choice, even if one socially transitions, there are no less trans. Yeah, well, you're right. You're right. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, if you're trans, you're trans. It's not like I don't. Well, I say I don't believe it's an option. It's not an option in the sense like I know from my own personal feeling, like I don't feel like I had an option. I feel like I found out who I was, and then it was only a matter of time before I acted on that. It was like I knew. I didn't transition straight away. I took time before I actually went to decide to have my transition, to actually start my transitioning. Which I wish I'd have transitioned even earlier. But I think just like anything, you have to see what the environment's like around you, because it isn't like it's all positive. And if you have work, you have certain people that you associate with that maybe you feel, oh, that it's not going to go down well, and it just depends on your ability, as your confidence, and what and you also got to know what you're going to go through. So we all go through different decisions and what to do. And so, like I said, I mean, I knew who I was, but it was like it took me time. And the thing is, you could socially transition, like you said, and you don't even need to take medication or anything. You can do everything from that point of view. But you know what's so weird in the world we live in now? I see people that do like socially transition, or they don't take hormones, they don't do any surgical procedures. They just start to live as who they are. And for whatever reason, maybe they haven't had any facial work, they haven't done anything with the bodies or anything like that. That's their choice. And then you'll get someone who a transphobe will say, "You don't look like a woman. Look at you," and pick at them, pick on them, right? And I think, well, wait 1 minute. You don't want us to have access to hormones and surgery and all this medical side. But then when you feel that we don't fit the stereotype, you also don't like that. So what do you want us to do? It's basically they don't want us to do anything. They don't even want us to socially transition. They just want us to not transition and just be like, "Oh, I don't want trans people at all." And it's like, yeah, you don't have that choice. We live in a society. I don't want you to be a bigot. Right? I don't want bigots in society. I don't want transphobes in society, but I don't have the option because there's always going to be transphobes. There's always going to be bigots. Now I can choose to ignore you, and I'll do that, and I won't bother with you. But you can't say, okay, all trans people have to disappear because I don't like trans people. And that's what I feel. I feel the ones that we see, online or on social media and stuff like that are being nasty about us. I always think to myself, well, they don't make sense to me. They don't make any sense. I've seen them. They love to be nasty about trans women, trans men that maybe don't fit the stereotype, and then they'll criticize them. But the moment you say, yeah, well, I want to, I got a younger person who's pubescent, like younger children, and they want to start hormones because they don't want to develop. Well, they want to use blockers first, but let's say blockers, right? And they don't want to develop like a trans girl. She doesn't want to develop any masculinity. She doesn't want to get bone structure like a male or anything like that. So she wants to start hormones younger, or she wants to start blockers and everything. And then these people are saying, no, you can't. And it's like, well, why don't you just let them? Because if you let them, then at least by the time they're, in their 20s or whatever, or 30s, then they'll fit your stereotype that you want us to be. Because, but you can't win with these people. They just want they just don't like us. Sorry, Peach, got to go and then do the washing up. Hope you have a lovely rest of the week, Jade. Oh, okay, well that's fine, Jade. Like I say, I mean, I've got other shows coming on, and if not, you can watch this later on. It's always on. Normally what I do is when I'm watching something on YouTube or something, I stick it on my phone and take it with me. But I mean, it's up to you. I also have a telly in my living room as well, so I can put the TV on. I can put the internet on with the TV. Okay, so Jade, yeah. I meant that the autocorrect, yeah, Facebook instead of Facebook in the mirror. It is autocorrect. I know what you mean. I get the same problem. Whenever I do anything, I'll write stuff and it'll come out. Sometimes I'm like, oh, what? I'll send someone, and it's like, why have you done that? Why have you autocorrect what I wrote? It did it again. I hate autocorrect. Yeah, me too. I know what you mean. It does it to me all the time. I always have problems with that regarding Trump. Appeasing never worked with bullies. Exactly, and that's the problem. And that's what Starmer's doing. That's what Starmer's doing here in the UK. He's just appeasing him. Starmer is so weak, I tell you. I want surgery at some point, but it might be way off. Well, I mean, I don't know your circumstances, Mercury. I mean, we all have to we all have to find our way and what works for us and what's possible. But I mean, I've had different options for different things and things have come up, but again, I also have to weigh everything up with my life, and obviously everything costs, doesn't it? At the end of the day, everything costs. And for me, it's always been like there's been opportunities to do things when I've had that financial ability to do it, but then there's like other times where it's like I can't really do that. I mean, like I still rent my place, so I'm a renter. I don't own my own place. I'd love to own my own place. I would love to own my own place, but it's not possible. Not at the moment, anyway. And the thing is, like, you have to kind of weigh up a lot of time. Like, do I save up to try and get for paying for a surgical thing, or should I be saving up money to purchase a home? Maybe get some maybe mortgage. You won't be purchasing a home. I'll be setting myself up to pay the bank. But there's always this kind of option, and and these are things we have to kind of judge in our lives. I mean, here in the UK, with the NHS, as far as I'm aware, and I believe it still is possible, we can get we can have gender confirmation surgery. We can have that on the NHS. It is possible. I don't know how long the waiting list is for that, but it is possible. So that's something you can have on the NHS. But the thing is, I mean, I'll be honest with you, right? Like for me, I've been given the option quite a few times. I haven't taken it yet. So yeah, so that's where I'm at the moment. I have been given the option, but you see, I have friends in Thailand, and obviously, if I was weighing up between the UK and Thailand, for me, I still feel like if I decided to go ahead with that, like it's not going to happen right now, but if I did decide to go ahead with that, I think I'd prefer to do that in Thailand, which means I'd have to pay. So, and this is the thing. People say, I don't want to pay, the NHS. I don't pay for trans people. It's like, yeah, don't worry. What I mean? It's like some of us, don't want to use the NHS, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not that position anyway. I'm not making that decision right now. I don't want to think about it right now. It's not something that I have an option to think about at the moment. But yeah, so. But there's those options, I mean, what's better if you're going to do something like this? Have a think about it. Anyway, so we've an hour. We've been on an hour, have we already? An hour. So it's up to you guys. Does anybody, if you want to spin the wheel, like I said, you can spin the wheel. It's any donation will spin the wheel. So like I say, it's completely up to you guys if you want to do that. But if not, I mean, we'll probably end up spinning it anyway. It's just the way, it's up to you. What else was I going to tell you? Is there anything else I'm going to tell you about today? Well, I already covered earlier on in this video. I don't know if there's anybody new that's joined. I just covered about my Patreon. I mean, I'm doing more with the Patreon. Tomorrow, I'm going to record up the Movie Club episode. I've done 2 videos already for Movie Club, but I'll be honest, I'm kind of using it as a way for me to get practicing with my, I guess you kind of call it like reaction in a way. It's like reacting to videos and stuff. So I kind of like it in a way. It's kind of like also kind of training me to be able to react better to videos. Because obviously I want to pull out the points in the videos and discuss what's going on. And so in a way, it's helping me with that. I did 2 already, but I've got this new one that it's a really good It's a really good video. I watched it last night, and like I said, I commented on it, and then I found out my mic wasn't working. But I enjoyed it, and I thought, I really want to do a really good commentary on this, so I'm going to go for it tomorrow. Hopefully, I'm going to do a show tomorrow night as well, so hopefully I'll do it before tomorrow night's show, and I might have some clips that I can show you at least. I still want to share it with everybody here. So if I don't, I won't show the full video here, but I might show some clips maybe of the video. But the full video, like I said before, is going to be on Patreon, and it's going to be on the first tier, the community channel member is called, and that is on Patreon. So that will be available on Saturday. That's my plan. If it isn't, I'll let you know, but hopefully it will be. So if you like movie reviews, especially with transgender movies, consider checking that one out, because I'm pretty proud of it. I really think it's going to be a really good section. So like I say, feel free if there's anything you want to ask me or anything you want to comment about. I'm going to look at another video if anybody wants to look at that. I mean, it's up to you guys. Does anybody want to spin the wheel? It's up to you. Or am I the spinner tonight? I can be. I don't mind. That means I get full choice when we spin. No one else gets the choice, just me. But yeah, if you want to spin the wheel, any donation gives you access to spinning the wheel. So if you want to spin this wheel, it's you can donate. If not, I will spin it. Oh, I got another comment here. This is from, I've not seen you before, Robert Harper. Good afternoon, young lady. Oh, well, nice to see you here, Robert. It's the first time I've seen you on the live chat, but you're very welcome here. Thank you for letting us saying hello tonight. Well, what I'll do is everyone here, I'm going to spin this wheel, and like I say, if you want to spin the wheel, you can. You just have to any donation over £1, and you can spin the wheel. But for now, I will spin the wheel. See where we end up. Oh. So what's this one? Hey, in the workplace. All right, then. Let's switch over. I will get this video for you now. Bear with me 1 minute. I just have to find it. I think this is going to be quite an interesting one, because if I can find it, wasn't it here before? Workplace, that's the one. Okay. Got it set up now. Share the screen. I think you can see it. Let me just double check. You can see the screen. Yes. Oh, I got a comment. Before we go on, I will always, if there's a comment, I always move on to comments. Surgery was really important for me, as I always hated having the lower male parts. Yeah. Afterwards, I felt that I had just been born. I was lucky, as my HRT created great female growth. Right. Okay. Oh, I see. I understand. Oh, well, I mean, you obviously, Cindy, you obviously have a lot of it. You've got experience. I say a lot of experience. You've got experience. And you said like it's different for other. I guess it is different, isn't it? I mean, I can't speak much about this particular thing because I haven't had that done yet. But if free to share your experiences and your knowledge about that, because it's something that could help others on this channel, even myself. I'm interested in what you have to say about that, because obviously I haven't been through, but yeah, I'm very interested. So, well, thank you for sharing that information, and yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing more about. If you're free to share, then I'll be put big screams. I'm like a little person in corner talking to you. Absolutely fine to share that with us here anytime you want. Yeah. Okay. But thanks for that. I'm gonna go back to that video. So we're gonna watch a video now about transgender people in the workplace. Transgender issues in the workplace. I don't know if there's anything underneath. was it Madeline Johnson and Nicola Price discussed the importance of preparing the team when a leader or peer is transitioning. Okay, right. So when was this published? It was 2018. So it's been on for a few years. A few comments underneath. But anyway, so let's have a little watch of this video. I'll just make sure you can see it fully on there. Yep, okay. I'm going to share this now with you.
So, Madeline, based on your experiences, what are some issues with the way employees are treated when they're transitioning an organization?
The biggest problem I see is that organizations just have not educated themselves on transgender employees and what it means to have an employee go through transition in the workplace.
Let me just stop it here. I mean, of course, I mean, any professional, any company should have policies and things that are in place. But obviously, I'm saying in a positive way. I know some of the commenters and some of the channel members have said to me before about some negative experiences they've felt. But really, this is the point where if you put some policies in there, you can actually make policies that really welcome a trans employee and actually make the workplace not just for the trans person, but for the other people in there to be able to adapt to if someone's transitioning in the workplace, or just if they've never met a trans person before, if they had fear or they were they weren't comfortable around trans person before, ways to actually I guess in a way educate them to actually understand who a trans person is. I mean, this is the perfect thing to do in a business, because if you put the policies there, you can take someone who's never met a trans person, maybe has just only got their information from Fox News or something, and then they're like, or in the UK, like is it GB News or whatever, and then they're like, wait a minute, trans people, they're no different from me. It's just another human in the workplace. So it's the best thing if you can get the actual training there and policies in place at the beginning. But like she's saying, a lot of workplaces, they don't have these policies.
Many of organizations, I guess, do not feel that they need this. They just feel like it's not going to happen in their place. However, statistically speaking, at least 1 in 100 persons is a transgender person.
And this is the thing, like, yeah, it is a small amount. We are a small amount of the community. But even if you have, I mean, of course, I'm expecting big organizations to have this. They should have policies. But if it's just like a small organization, yeah, well, what's the harm? You can create policies, and then once you've got them there, they're there. And in future, if you do have a trans employee, the policies there already, so that you can protect the trans employee.
Population-wise, that's the best estimates that we have on the numbers or the percentage of the population. So if you're an employer and you have 100 employees, or if in the lifetime of your business you do have or have had or are going to have 100 employees, chances are you're going to encounter an employee who is transgender.
Now, based on your legal background.
And I mean, and that's good as well for the transgender. Anyone does transition, if their workplace has these policies in place, because it makes it a lot more safer and more welcoming for them as they transition.
What would you say are some common missteps organizations make when they're actually faced with transitioning employees? What are some specific?
I bet there's a lot. I mean, there definitely has been a lot over the last, 50 years, especially like discrimination and I guess even firing trans employees and stuff in the past. But I'm sure, I think there's some of you guys in the comments can tell me about some of your experiences that you've had, because I know a few of you've had some bad experiences in the past.
Specific examples.
Well, I've seen employers who will fire someone immediately, maybe not necessarily on the spot, but within a day or within a week of the employee coming in.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I have heard of things like that. I have heard of things like that with like people actually being fired for just being trans, which is crazy.
Out, they just say adios, no explanation whatsoever. I don't know if they feel like they can get away with it, or if like that it's not illegal to do something like that, or if it's, or maybe they even know it's illegal and they just figure we don't want to deal with it anyway, and so we're going to risk the lawsuit and just get rid of this person. That's one of the big things that I see most frequently is just the immediate firing.
Kind of sad that she actually sees that most frequently. That you get a lot of companies. I mean, I mean, when I said it before, I was thinking like, well, yeah, probably in the past. But she's saying this is like 2018, and she's saying, yeah, no, there's a lot of companies would just fire you for being trans and then deal with any lawsuits or any issues that come up after. They just don't want to deal with trans people from the start. That's very sad to hear that, actually.
Probably almost as frequently, not quite as much. I've seen employees come out and the company says, okay, we're going to work with you. But then all of a sudden they start finding little issues and little reasons, and they start to begin to build and to document and prepare for dismissal, for cause.
I remember because I mean I have blonde hair now, but I remember before I transitioned, and I was experimenting in the sense I used to to go out at nighttime dressed, normally the weekend or something when I had like wasn't working and stuff. I did dress feminine, and I colored my hair blonde. And I remember an employee saying they prefer me to have brown hair. They wanted me to go back to my natural color. They didn't want me to have blonde hair. So I have experienced the no, because I wasn't trans in the workplace. They didn't know I was trans, but they didn't like the fact I changed my hair color because I look more feminine with blonde hair. And they did say to me that they said, "Is there any way I could color my hair back?" Because they didn't really like the blonde hair. So I've had that. So there is some workplaces can be a bit. I mean, they were a reasonably big company, so it's kind of weird that they said that to me.
So they start creating reasons. It's pretext, basically. They know that they want to get rid of this person. They don't want to have them working in their organization. So what they're doing is systematically going about finding ways to create problems that were not problems before. So they set up the employee for failure and set up a
I feel like we find this in a lot of places though. When it comes to trans people, don't we see this a lot? Don't we see a lot of excuses everywhere where they try to use excuses to kind of knock us out? Like I said, they try to knock us out of public life. I mean, obviously the ones in the media right now are kind of more serious ones where they're trying to change laws so we can't have access to female spaces if you're a trans woman, or if you're a trans man, you don't have access to male spaces. Can't go changing rooms, can't use swimming pools, can't use the gym rooms and stuff like that. They're trying to do this already, and those are more serious. But I find that just in general, just in everyday life, people try to make excuses of why trans people, shouldn't be doing things in everyday life. It seems like it is education. It's just society needs to be educated about who trans people are. Once they could just get out of their hatred bubble and just come in and accept people, they'd find that we're just like them, just normal people.
constructive dismissal, essentially. Well, it's not necessarily constructive. It is a dismissal, but they construct ways and create ways as a pretext for getting rid of somebody when the real reason is that the transition is the reason that they want to get rid of this person. Another thing I've seen, and this is probably one of the worst ways I've seen to handle things, and really the most underhanded, is when an employer acts very friendly and says, okay, we're going to support you in this. We want to bring you along. They go through a plan, creating a plan for transition of the employee, which usually includes the employee taking a week of leave while the employer addresses their coming out and return to work as the new identity with their.
I just have to stop it there because if I watch too long of it, it doesn't like me doing that. That's why YouTube is not very fun when you watch too much of a clip. But I'm interested to see what she says. So I mean, basically, she's saying that they say, okay, we're on your side. We're gonna support you. If you take a leave, just take a break. We're gonna talk with the other employees that you're gonna be working around. We're gonna make this a great thing for you. Everything's gonna be okay. So let's see what happens.
Co-workers, with their bosses, with management, and all of this.
Okay.
But then they will turn around and at that 11th hour, then all of a sudden they're ready to offer a severance package to the employee and say, oh, there's a school of thought that you might be better off if you go somewhere else.
So yeah, so basically, kind of give them the feeling like they are going to support them, get them out of the workplace, and then kind of like, okay, we're gonna let them go, but we'll make it out that this is a better thing for them. If you leave, this will be better for you. Okay, so again, trying to kick them out, get rid of them, get them to leave.
As your new identity, you have a chance to create a new work history as your new self, and it's a clean slate for you. And we just think it's better for you to do this, and that's really very underhanded because
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me that there is companies out there that would still do that. And that's one of the reasons why it's so hard to even think about transitioning for a lot of people, because they have to do it when they're at work, and then it's like, well, I already work for this company. This is my business, and it's what pays the bills. I want to transition. I want to be myself, but if I do it, am I going to lose my job?
what you've done is you've led the employee all along, thinking they're in a safe place. They're going to be able to keep their job, and you're setting them up and you're putting them in a position where if they go through and follow through on the transition now, they're faced with unemployment on top of this.
And which is, that is a common thing, actually. It is a common thing, isn't it? That's why a lot of us, we do struggle with that. Me, these are the things that when people are saying about, like, they'll say, like, what rights don't you have? What rights don't you have? And it's this kind of thing, like, it's not just rights. It's kind of like the way we're treated in society, the way, you saying, oh, look, you're trans, but don't force it on me, kind of thing. And it's like, well, we're a society. We're together. If you don't accept who we are, that makes it very hard for us to be able to live in society. That's how cruel it is. And just like this, like a workplace says, we don't want to deal with this, so why don't you leave and you can start a new job? It's just like, shouldn't be like that. The world shouldn't be like this.
And in a market where it's already hard enough for someone to get in the door in the first place, being transgender is another mark against you. And while I do believe it is illegal to fail to hire someone because they're transgender, we all know it's very difficult to prove failure to hire for anybody.
Yeah, that's the thing. How do you prove it sometimes? Because a workplace who tries to get rid of you, they'll try and make out it was another reason, and then you have to prove that it was because you were transitioning, and that's where it can be more complicated. So even though it does seem kind of clear cut, oh, you got rid of me because I'm trans, but then when you kind of come back to say, like, okay, but you have to prove that in court. If you want to take us to court, you have to prove that, and then it's like, go court as well. It's a lot of work.
Biased reason, any discriminatory reason. There's always so many ways to easily cover it up. So it's really kind of underhanded for an employer to go through that process and say, we're going to support you, but then, we're going to offer you a severance package that might be just 2 weeks of pay or 1 month of pay, when someone's facing potentially a year, 2 years, or 3 years of unemployment, if they accept that kind of.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you've had this experience, and let me know in the comments if you've had any experiences like this. I'm sure some of us have had something like this anyway, because I think this is quite common for employers to do, especially still now, because they really aren't thinking about, I guess at the beginning of this video I said, well, how easy it would be just to put policies in there that it's just kind of accepting, and then everybody can just get on with their work, and the trans employee can just get on with their work. But yeah, I think this is actually what most of them do. Well, she's saying it, and she's got experience in this, so it sounds like it is is what they do, unfortunately.
Kind of deal to walk away.
What are some ways, there's some things that you can do to help us make sure that we set people up for success? How can they get it right when employees are transitioning?
Well, we can provide that education piece to employers.
And that's the key thing, like she said, like education. And I keep saying this, education, it's the education to the employees, education to society, because it's education that will bridge the gap. Because if people are just lying to people, like if you know the truth, then you know that people are lying to you. So then they don't have the hatred, they don't have the misinformation. And then when they come across trans people, they can relate to us a lot more easily than they would have if they'd been lied to through the media or something like that.
Who need to know to be ready for an employee who's going to come out and transition in the workplace. We can help them establish a plan, a cooperative plan with the employee, where we encourage the employee to come out to HR and begin a dialogue and explain to the organization, this is who I am, this is who I need to be. And we also help the organization.
Yeah, but I mean, I think as well, I mean, it shouldn't be a matter of, I understand we might have to go to HR and tell them, like, look, I'm transitioning, da, da, da. That should be fine. But there should be no reason to kind of like explain too much from it. It's like, yeah, okay, so you're trans. We have policies already in place. You're protected here, and we know what to do to inform the rest of your team, or how you want your team or work colleagues to know. Do you want to come out to them? Do you want us to do, there should be policies there that can be just available, so everyone just kind of, because to be honest with you, in a workplace, what does the business want? They want you to keep working. That's all they want. As long as you're working and doing your job, there should be no issue. So the key thing is, like, this is just something we just need to inform everybody around, or if you don't want to inform, that's your choice. But it's kind of like, we got to make it so that everything's fine and everyone can carry on working. It's not an issue. Just get on with our jobs, because that's all the workplace cares about, is that you're working. Shouldn't be regardless if you're trans.
Employers create safe spaces for employees to be themselves at work, to be themselves 100%, because we all know that when someone can bring their entire self, their entire being to work and be themselves, they're a much more productive employee, and that's better for everyone's bottom line.
Yeah, man, I definitely think I work better than I did before. I don't need to think about transitioning. I don't have to think about being trans or anything. I can just get on with I think I work better as I am now than I did before. But pre-transition, I didn't work as well as I do now.
Line. So we're talking about dollars and cents to some degree. So what we're looking at doing is we can help you provide that plan, put that plan in place of cooperation, where it starts with the employee coming out to HR, developing a timeline for a go live date where the employee spends certain time getting certain things ready, you get things in order, and perhaps they even take a week off of leave of their vacation time. And during that week, prior to their go live date, that's when the employer, or when we would come in and work with your staff to.
Okay, so still like expect them to like take a bit of time off before they introduce the employee, I guess, is transitioning or whatever. I guess if that's the best way of doing it. I don't know. I don't know myself which is the best way to do things like this. I mean, obviously, if you in the comments have experienced anything this before, you can tell me. Personally, I just think, like, if you want to transition, you should just be able to do it. Don't you need to take time off?
Educate the coworkers, educate the middle management, the first line and second line supervisors, and the upper management also. And this is who this person is. This is what they're going through. This is what needs to happen. This is how you can create a safe space and create a productive work environment that supports.
I guess what she means is they need time to at least talk with some of the managers, because I mean, you might have a manager that is a bit of a bigot, and you kind of need to explain to them, like, this is who the person is, that you want to get the best out of their work, then you shouldn't be a bigot. You need to accept these people, someone who's transitioning, and just get on with your work. Not in the workplace, and you shouldn't be using your bigotry in the workplace.
Not only the transitioning employee, but also supports the employees that they're going to have contact with and be working with on a daily basis. We're not blind to the fact that this is a transition for them as well. They've known, for example, they've known Matthew for 10, 15 years of a person's work life or career. And then all of a sudden, well, Matthew's going to come back to work as Madeline. And that's a change for.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going to be fair to, obviously to other people in the workplace, yeah, this is the thing. I mean, if you're used to seeing someone as someone else, and then you find out actually, they're transgender, and then they come out as who they are. Yeah, for some employees, that might, if they've never met a trans person before, it might be new to them. So I guess they do need that, just that time to, okay, I need to, so I can be respectful to, like I said, Matthew turning to Madeline. You want to be respectful to Madeline and know how to treat Madeline correctly. You might not know that if you've never met a trans person before. To us, it's probably very simple, because we're just like, well, same person, in the fact that they've always been Madeline. But someone who's never been with a trans person, knows a trans person, they might not know.
Or other people who've been around this person for that many years. So it's a transition for them as well. It's not one they necessarily want, but they're gonna have to deal with it. And the right answer is support for the person who is transitioning. If you think it's hard for the persons who are affected collaterally by the transition, it's at least 2-3 times as hard easily for the person who's going through the transition to face that fear and that anxiety over, am I going to be accepted?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, exactly. Because a lot of people, they'll say, why should I have to accept this? Why should I have to use your pronouns and stuff? It's like, can you imagine now, well, I mean, I know, but I say to them, can you imagine what they're going through, and you just want to disrespect them before even giving them a chance?
Am I going to still be a part of the team? Am I still going to be looked at the same way? Am I going to have the same level of credibility? Are people still going to treat me as a productive employee, as an able member of the team?
Oh, well, I think that's everything with that. So yeah, feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments. Yes, that was it. In the workplace. I mean, I've been very fortunate because I haven't had to deal with that with my work and things. But if any of you have had to deal with that, feel free to tell me. Well, let me check the comments first, and then I can see what you've all said. Yeah, so yeah, Mercury just saying to I know I'm going into your conversations here now. Every trans person is different, and one or two of my friends prefer to not have surgery, and they are really happy. Yeah, this is the thing. This is what a lot of people don't understand outside the trans. Like, if you're not trans, some trans people, it's really important to have the surgery. It can be even life and death. I understand to that level. And then you've got some people in the trans community, or trans people who don't feel they need the surgery. And I think both are valid in different ways. Well, in the same way, in the sense of different ways, because we're all individuals. We're all trans. Well, we might be trans, but we're also individuals, and it depends how it affects us personally and what works for us. And and I think that's the way to look at it. But I think only trans people can kind of understand that, because when you get people outside, I mean, I've had people say, like, well, if you've not had full surgery, you shouldn't be able to use the toilets. They say things like that. Well, if you're not had full surgery, you shouldn't be allowed in the female areas. But if you've had full surgery, then that's okay. You've got to have the full surgery. Like, it's just some simple surgery that you just, oh, okay, I'll go to doctors tomorrow and I'll go have the surgery. It's like, you know, I've not had the surgery. I'm not saying I'm not going to have the surgery. I don't know yet. I don't know. Might do in the future. But if I have the surgery, it's not something I'm just going to be going, right, okay, today I'm going to go get the surgery. It's not going to be like that. And I'm pretty sure it wasn't for you, Cindy. I'm sure, even though you obviously wanted the surgery, you had to plan and think it out and stuff. It's not just, oh, I'll just go get the surgery. And I find it really offensive when I see people that just kind of treat as if it's something like, well, if you've not had the full surgery, you shouldn't be allowed in women's areas. It's like, I'm not going to show you anything down there anyway. And, the surgery is a big thing. You have to be in the right place mentally to have that surgery. YouTube fair use is kind of broken. Yeah, fair use is really bad on YouTube. It's really bad. If I cover anything, I have to be very careful. I mean, I can check now because I watched a lot of these videos. Let me just see. So far, it's saying it's okay, but it can attack me very, very easily. Normally it's the music. You see, there was like some music in the background of that last video. If I get any problems, it'll be the music. It won't be the video. The music is really sensitive. If that music has any kind of copyright to it, you can sometimes get like copyright on it, and it'll say some music, and you'll be like, pff. So that's normally the reason you get problems. If you get demonetized, it's normally what the video's content is. Demonetization is normally when, if people are swearing or they say something, like I had a problem last time, and I think it was because the way the guy was talking about trans people in the video, he was using the way he didn't say transgender, he said something else, and I think that was the reason why they demonetized my video, and it was like just from a clip in the video. So you have to be careful about these things, but they can be very touchy about things on YouTube. Oh yeah, by the way, if you're watching this on another platform, the main platform to watch this on is YouTube. I do put this on other platforms for now, but it's just that the main platform is YouTube. I accept trans people as I find them to be honest, kind, and caring. Yeah, well, we are. I mean, I think everybody, you get people from all walks of life that are honest and caring and stuff, but like, portraying trans people as like scary people who are, angry and things like I hear I hear so much in the comments, so I do get a really I get to see what people think of us, and it's just what they've been told on social media, and I mean, like I've said that I missed it. I know, sorry. I was saying like X, for example. If you go on X now, I can guarantee if you go on X now and you just scroll down, you'll see something about trans people, and it'll be negative. I think right now we're getting blamed for Charlie Kirk's death. That's our main thing. Apparently, we're responsible for that. I know they've been blaming the left, which is the main people. They're blaming the Democrats, and they're blaming like anyone who's left leaning. But go down enough, and you'll see people will start talking about trans people, and it's like, look, yes, the shooter had a trans roommate, but there's no evidence that trans roommate was involved in any form for this thing. But they want to pin it on us. They do. Anyway, but thanks, Charles. I mean, you've been here for a while. I know you've been on this channel for a while, and you know me, don't you? I'm not like that. Hello, gorgeous. Oh, hello. I don't know how to say your name, unfortunately, but it's nice to see you here. I've seen you in the comments before. Yeah. So it's good to see you here. It makes me wonder how many would have surgery if they were totally accepted by those around them. Food for thought. Yeah, well, it's not just the surgery, it's the social transitioning. There'll be a lot of people in society that probably would want to transition, but they can't because either their work life, their social life, and some of them their family life as well. They might not be accepted. You imagine if you're in a family that's very, very anti-LGBTQ, there's no way you're going to come out as trans with that kind of a family. It would be hard enough coming out as gay, but coming out as trans, it's not going to happen, is it? So there's a lot of it. Sometimes people just start hating trans people because they are trans, and they just hate trans people because they want to be trans. They want to come out. I have some awful stuff in the YouTube recommendation videos today. Yeah, YouTube. Well, I mean, today I was thinking about covering some of that, but I don't want to bring the hate into this into my YouTube too much. Like I do videos and I criticize some negative people on YouTube. I have done, and I've covered some topics that are quite negative. So I try to stay away from it if I can. Like when I'm doing these videos, these live videos, I'm trying my hardest not to go into that area and cover the negative people. But from time to time, I might have to, because sometimes they say things I just want to call it out and say, it's total rubbish what you're talking, what you're spouting is absolute rubbish. Yeah, so I was gonna say, yeah, if you're on X, I recommend leaving X. Let me show you. I think if you're on X, oh, I can show you like this. That's quite good. Let me see. I can put it here. I'd recommend joining. Let me show you. Yeah, I can show you this one. So I think you can see this. Yeah, let me check. Yeah, you can kind of see it. It's a bit small actually. Shall I make it bigger? I'll make it bigger. Yeah, this is the Blue Sky. To be honest, I mean, I'm only using it right now just to what I've been putting on is this stuff here. Just my videos that I've been releasing and stuff. I might start writing some commentary down it, but go on here. it seems to be a bit more welcoming than X, and I've done with X, to be honest with you. I can't stand it. I think it's just toxic. I also have another website I'm going to show you. So this one, you should be able to see this now. This is my Discord. Now I have links underneath this video for Discord, but I think I have links in my is it post or something on. Basically, if you're a channel member, if you're already a channel member, we have already got private area for channel members on here. So feel free to join Discord and then let me know if you're a channel member, because I will add you to the channel member only chat. And we also have a forum here that's private. So I'm saying you don't need to be a channel member to join this. You can still join, but if you want the private channel member section, you have to become a channel member, obviously. And as I build more and more stuff onto my Discord, there's going to be a lot of like advice, private stuff that I probably couldn't speak about directly on YouTube and YouTube videos and things. So, I recommend it because I'll be able to share more information with you about things, which I just can't talk about here. I can't talk to you about on here. Some things I just cannot talk about on YouTube. And Mercury say, okay, my connection got mangled a bit. Oh, your comment got mangled a bit. Sorry. What happened? I thought it was okay. I thought what you were saying was okay. I understood everything. I'll let you guys know if you've just joined us or if you're new to the live stream. If you want to, we do like spin the wheel for different videos. If you want to spin the wheel, anybody who donates, anybody who does a super chat, super sticker, or whatever you want to send, as long as it's over £1, I'll spin the wheel for you. So basically that keeps the show going if you want to take part in that. Like I say, it's optional, you don't have to. But obviously, once the show comes to the end, it comes to the end. But if you want like the show to keep going, obviously, the more videos we do, the longer the show goes. So it's up to you. But if you don't want to do that, that's fine. But I have another option. You could become a channel member. We've already got quite a few people who've already joined the channel members. Become a channel member. Basically, with a channel member, you get access to the private show every Sunday. You also support the channel, and you also get access to that private Discord. So if that's something you're interested in doing, feel free to join. And if you join when the live stream's on, I'll spin the wheel for you, because obviously that's £1. It's only £1 for a month, so it's not even the price of a coffee. It's so it's really easy to join, but you have to go to like the join underneath the page to basically all the links are underneath this page. I just think if there's anything else I want to share with you guys before we move on. Yeah, I mean, the other things I was going to say was, I think most of you know about this. Like, I've got the shop. Look, let me show that to some people, because some people might not have seen this, and I might as well show those who haven't. I think you can see it. Yeah, I have a little shop here going. So YouTube kind of said to me recently, I'd got over 10,000 subscribers, and then they were like, "Well, you can open a shop," and I did. I opened Teespring, which is one that you're probably seeing the pictures on my page for Teespring. What I've done is I've gone ahead and I've opened a second store on my. Well, I haven't opened a second store. I already had this. It was just Redbubble. I wanted to connect Redbubble originally, but it wouldn't let me do that. So I've just kept it separate. So there's a link under my on all my videos under my videos, and I just do different designs there. I have other stuff here. This is not really trans related, just things that I've done in the past. But I'm starting to do like a trans related section, and I hope to keep building this up. So as I build it up, there'll be more t-shirt designs and images and stuff. And I also, I'm interested from, I will say probably more channel members. If you're a channel member, you guys, you can kind of advise me on images you'd like to see, or even share an image. If you see an image that you think, yeah, I'd really like to see this on a shirt. If I can do it, I will work it into a design and I can put it on a shirt. Or and by the way, it's not just shirts. It's lots of different stuff. If I go back here, like you can see a mug, but I also do like I can put it on anything. I've got on like pillowcases, hats, and I got like, let me see. I think I've got the image here. All this different merch. That's why I like Redbubble so much, because you can do it. It's not just different T-shirts. It's like, phone covers, posters. We've got coasters for your for cups and stuff when you wanna. Badges. That's something I'd like to do more of. Do more badges and stuff. If I can work that in, I will do. I might even work a way out where if you want to buy badges directly from me or something, you can do, and then I'll give you like a selection of badges, because I'm not sure I can do that through Redbubble, but I might be able to work something out. So yeah, that was just something I thought I'd just show you and let you know, because some of you guys might not have come here before and you might not know that I do all this. Quite active, really. The Mercury say the account. Oh, this is what acquisitions made my blood boil. Oh, okay. We have to. Well, tell me more about it. Let us know. And then we can talk more about it. Yeah. So, does anybody want to spin the wheel one more time? We're getting close to the 2-hour mark. After the 2-hour mark, if no one does it, then I'll call it a night after 2 hours. So it's up to you guys. If you want to spin the wheel, or if you just want to become a member, to be honest with you, I mean, if you become a member, it's pretty cool, because that way you kind of be part of the community we're building here. We are building a community, and it is getting bigger each day. I must admit, there was 10 new members joined to the community, not the community, the channel supporters. We got 10 new channel supporters in the last video, because Jade gave 10 free member support freebies. She basically gave them out and people could join for free. Well, she paid for it basically. But what's really strange is I haven't seen any of them in here, because I have a list of all the new channel members. So if you're a new channel member, I mean, feel free to. I mean, you don't have to comment. You can just like maybe give us a thumbs up or something like that. Let us know you're here, because I've got you all here, and I'm looking and I'm thinking like, none of you guys are in the chat tonight. So I wonder, maybe I'll see you on Sunday. But it's like, it's cool. You got the free membership, but don't be shy. Say hello. That's what this channel's about. It's about saying hi and being here and communicating, because that's what especially these live talk videos. That's what they're all about. It's like saying hi and being part of the chat. Yeah. So if you want to, let me know. So yeah, like I said, if you want to spin the wheel, any donation over £1 and we can spin the wheel. If not, we are getting close to 2 hours, so might have to finish soon. Yeah. So I don't know. Is there anything you guys wanted to chat about before call it a night, or do you want to spin the wheel? Like I say, it is available. Well, maybe if you guys have to think about that, but before I just say, so I was talking a little bit. I've been talking a lot about it tonight. I've been saying that I'm doing this movie club. Like I said, at the moment, I think there's only Mercury. You're the only one with like full membership, so you actually do have access to all my videos. But I'm going to be doing a I can go on here. I'll just 1 minute. I'll share the screen with everybody. If I can share this. So yeah, this is my Patreon. Well, it's not the main Patreon page, but I will show you it. So I have a Patreon, and I don't know if you've ever used this. Basically, it's a link below the page. But I'll give you an idea of what I've got on here right now. So basically, I do I call it transgender talks, but basically what I'm doing on YouTube. So you have access to that anyway, because that's already available on YouTube. So this is basically all. Well, it's not all the videos. I need to upload the rest of the videos, but you have access to that here. So you can also access all my videos here. And they're kind of organized. I like how they're organized here. I have live talks. So here you have access to the live talks. Now, you have all these already on YouTube, but this is the thing. If you join here, you'll also have access to some of my older live talks that are not available anymore on YouTube. They're only available here on Patreon. And you'll also get access, eventually you will have access to Patreon channel member levels and stuff like that. They are coming eventually. There will be extra videos that are only going to be available here. Now, I'm not going to show you exactly everything further down because these are member levels. But basically, when you become a member on Patreon, you'll get access to my movie club. So this is where I'm putting, like, I'm doing these movie reviews or movie watch-alongs, and they're going to be in here. These are only available to members that have like you have to join the $5 Patreon. In the UK, it's about $3.99, but you'll get access to that. Then that's just the shop that I'm trying to put here. It's not so easy to put it here, but I'm trying to put the shop here. There's some older content I have down here that's not allowed on YouTube. But that's really now I'm just making it available for VIP. It's more you have to go to the VIP level to watch this stuff. There is old content here further down. This is more like what I was doing before, which is like stories and transition videos and things like that. So that's still here, and it might eventually its home might just stay here. I might put it all just on my Patreon and leave it here. But otherwise, soon there will be YouTube Watch, and when I do YouTube Watch, that will be basically I watch a lot of videos on YouTube, and what I want to do when I watch them, I'm going to watch them and I'm going to talk through them and comment and stuff. And there's going to be a section in here. There's just going to be videos like that. Eventually, I think the movie club and the YouTube Watch might also be broadcast live. So you might even be able to watch them live. And there will be movies in there. I will actually cover full movies, but you have to give me time for that because I have to organize that to be able to do it. So I can't say that's going to happen yet, but it could happen eventually. So yeah, I just thought I'd let you know a little bit more about that because I do have a Patreon and I do have a YouTube. My YouTube is growing. It's getting. I mean, I hit over 10,000. I'm looking at closely coming into 11,000 subscribers, which is amazing for me. I'm really happy about that, and it is making a difference to my channel. The more subscribers we're actually getting on this channel, but I have this ambition to create a community on here. And that starts with the channel supporters and the channel supporters, £1 a month. That's what I'm creating. And it is happening. People are joining up every week. I'm getting quite a few members each week. Some of them are very quiet. They're not really taking part as much as some other members, but you don't need to. It's really your choice. You know, you don't need to say anything. If you just want to be here and support the channel, you're welcome. But as the channel grows and gets bigger and bigger, I have got plans for different videos, things that are going to, to make it a bigger, more entertaining channel. So it won't be just live shows and things. There'll be, like I said, movie club, YouTube Watch, and even to a point where we're going to be doing like meetups and things like that. So it is going to happen, but not yet. It's going to be when the channel progresses a bit further. Yeah, let me just take some of these comments while we're here. So Charles, night love, Rachel. Oh, so you're going now, Charles. Oh well, yeah, we're probably going to finish anyway because I said I'd do about 2 hours. So when I hit about the 2-hour mark, I'm probably going to call it a night as well. Unless anybody wants to watch a video. If you want to watch a video, you know what to do. It's that's the only way we can keep the night going. Otherwise, yeah, when we hit 2 hours, probably going to call it a night. Like I said, there are now linking trans people to all right. Yeah, well, it's been happening. It's been happening, and it's awful. I mean, I get to the point where when I've got the energy, I'll be there and I'll be talking about it, and I'll be even like in the comments, I'll comment with people and talk with these people that have these opinions. But then it gets to the point where I just can't be bothered anymore. I just cannot be bothered anymore. When people keep trying, like especially with this Charlie Kirk thing, I got so many times people saying, "Yeah, but the roommate's trans and trans people, and he's been influenced by the trans roommate." And I'm like, "You really want this to be about trans people? You really want this to be about trans people?" And I just fed up with it, you know. Um, and I feel like what I've seen this week. I mean, look, we're nearly finished. What I've seen this week, I'll show you this before I go. Look, what is it? 155. I mean, this is somewhat completely different, but look, I'm going to show you it because I did notice this today, and I'll share it with you really quickly though, because it's kind of the big news today. I'm always a bit iffy about sharing things with you guys because it's like I don't know if you guys are interested in this or not, but I'll show you it anyway. I'm going to show you it anyway. One moment. So I'm going to share the screen with you. So you might have heard about this in the news, right? And you can tell me if you're American, maybe you can tell me. But we got this Jimmy Kimmel Live show got pulled because he made a joke. Killing might be pro-Trump. So it's because he suggested that the killer might be pro-Trump or something like that, which isn't that what people have been saying about with trans people and stuff like that. So it got pulled. And this is what I'm seeing. Like, I mean, what was it? Look, we can show it, can't we?
With the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be a beauty.
Yes. He's at the fourth stage of grief, construction. Demolition, construction. This is not how an adult grieves the murder of someone he called a friend. This is how a 4-year-old mourns a goldfish, okay?
Yeah, so I mean, but he's been taken off the air. And I mean, it's pretty like obvious because he's, you know, criticizing Trump, and he's criticizing and what is it? About this Charlie Kirk stuff. And I don't know, I just want to share it with you because that's in the news right now. And, you know, it just makes me think like, you know, it doesn't matter as long as if you don't agree with what's going on in America right now, you know, it can just be taken off the air. You can just be, you're kind of like, you're not allowed to criticize anything. And they keep saying England doesn't have free speech, but to me, it looks like America doesn't have free speech. I don't know what it's like living there, but you know, if you're in America, feel free to comment and let us know because I mean, I'm British, so I don't know, but it doesn't look good. It's not a good look. Things like this when you see stuff like that. Anyway, I thought I'd share it with you because I know the rest of the night when I switch on YouTube, because after this show I'll stick on YouTube and I watch a few commentators and other people and they'll be talking about all this. I do watch a lot of stuff like that. I watch a lot of like politics and things like that. So I do get bombarded with it, but in one way, you know, I'm okay with that because I like to know what's going on in the world. And I do not want more of this in the UK. It's bad enough seeing it in America. I don't want this kind of thing coming to the UK. The good thing about the Charlie Kirk thing is that I'd say not about Charlie Kirk dying, that wasn't good. But the good thing about the way it's being weaponized in America, it's really not being weaponized here in the UK. So it's more, I think now people kind of, the one thing about his death is kind of like, I think people in England kind of who didn't know who he was now know who he was. But before, people didn't know who he was. So all it's done is made people aware of him. That's all. The thing is, people are not being fooled by what they're saying in America, where they're saying, "Hey, you have to treat people a certain way. You have to do this." I haven't seen that in the UK, but I just hope that doesn't happen, because we do have elections coming up. Well, not yet, but the next elections, and when they do, I do feel like some of the parties want to mimic what's happening in America. 4 people arrested for the project picture on Trump. Yeah, that's See, I spoke too soon, didn't I? You're right. There was that. Was it because they didn't want to see that against Trump? I guess you could say it was, because the group that did that, led by donkeys, they've done this a few times and they've never had an issue before. They've never had a problem before with this, but for some reason this time when it was Trump, they had they got arrested. So it's interesting to see. Anyway, let's not leave it on the negative thing like that. Look, do any of you guys want to see another video? If you do, I said, like, it's £1 donation if you want to see another video. If not, we're probably gonna call it a night. It's up to you guys. I'll give you 1 minute to think about it if you want to do it. So yeah, if we're not, yeah, I'll give you a minute, and if you want to do it, do it. If you don't, we'll end the show. So yeah, I mean, it is how it is. I put a video out today which was more about England going backwards with trans rights and things like that. I'm not sure if I'm releasing any videos tomorrow, but I will do another live show tomorrow. So I will be live tomorrow at 7 p.m. if everything works out. And we'll probably do a similar format tonight. We'll probably have the wheel conversations, and we'll just see where it goes. Every night is just, it depends. I don't know where it's going to end up. It's just up to you guys. So if you want to, like, spin the wheels and things like that, really simple. Just let me know, and we can spin the wheel. It's just a donation basically, and I'll spin the wheel, and we keep the night going, and then we can keep the show going longer. But yeah, if not tonight, could do it tomorrow. It's up to you. What else was I gonna say? But yeah, everybody's welcome, and if you're a new channel supporter, don't be shy. Come here and feel free to comment and share anything you like. Well, in reason. Thank you for being there for us. May your channel grow and grow. Thank you, Cindy. Yeah, well, it is growing. It is growing. It takes time, these things. It's not something that can happen overnight. I think the key thing going forward with this channel is like I said, it's more for me. It's more making sure I have the content for you guys. I got to be making the videos and the things like that. It's only fair. I can't say to you guys, hey, it's going to grow, but you guys just make it grow. It's like, no, it's got to grow because I've got to be here. I've got to be doing what I'm saying. And so I think, like, the live shows and these extra things, like I said, on Saturday, I'm going to be putting out another video on Movie Club, but that is a separate thing now. But bear with me, because I'm going to put some things together for you guys, so you know where to join. And if you want to join up to higher levels, it's up to you. You have to let me know. Wonderful stream tonight, Richard. Well, thank you. Yeah, I know we started a little bit later, but it's in the UK right now. It's around 10 o'clock, just after 10. So I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to say thank you for being here as always, and I will be back tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I might look at some other YouTubers. I might look at some of these. How can I say? I don't want to say transphobic, but maybe I might look at some of these kind of YouTubers that the way I see it is, right. We've got YouTubers out there, and you probably know who I mean, who kind of paint trans people in a bad light, or they try to make us look bad. And I've been thinking for a while, why don't we can just look at what they're saying and kind of laugh at what they're saying. It is really stupid what they're saying. So in some ways, if we can make it fun and entertaining, I think we can bring them into the channel. Like, I always think, like, Edge of the Matrix is like the biggest joke going. I mean, I can make fun of him easily, because he's just such a joke. And you could say, well, why do you want to make fun of someone? It's like, well, he's going around spreading nasty things about trans people. So sometimes it might be quite nice for trans people to kind of just go, you know what, we'll just have a bit of a laugh about this guy. So they never know. I might bring something in, but only if it's entertaining, and we can have a bit of a laugh and a bit of a chat about it. I think that's the best way. Anyway, enough of that. So tonight, thank you for being here. Thank you for everybody who's commented and who's watched. It really means a lot to me. Like I say, I will be back again tomorrow. Oh, we've got another comment here. I'll say hello, hi, Galaxy Love. Nice to see you. I'm a supporter from LGBTQ. Well, thank you. Yeah. Well, no, everybody's welcome. You know, welcome to the channel. We do have also like this is just an option because I know you're not a channel supporter, but if you want to be a channel supporter, there's a link below the video. You can become a channel supporter and you'll get access to our Sunday show. That's a private show. Tomorrow's show is public, so I'm back tomorrow 7 p.m. GMT, but I also do a Sunday show, but that is private and that's only for full members for this channel. Like I say, it's I mean, I don't know where you're from, Galaxy, but it's £1. So £1 for a month. So it's a pretty good deal. And your pound helps the channel become bigger, basically. It means I can do more videos for you guys. But anyway, well, thank you for supporting Galaxy and thank you for being here. And thank everybody for being here tonight. Really means a lot to me. I'm really glad that you're here. I love to do these shows and I love being able to talk with you. And yeah, if you want to come tomorrow night, you're all welcome. Come and join in. And come with comments and ideas and you know, even if you think, you know, there is a really interesting video I think you should check out, let me know. You know, best way to tell me, if you're a channel member, let me know in the Discord. But if you're not a channel member, I mean, you can join the Discord and tell me there as well, or you can even like leave it in the post section on here, or even comments underneath this video. I do read the comments. Anyway, I'm going to call it a night. And just thank you once again for being here. And I will see you again tomorrow, 7 p.m. GMT. Okay? So see you all tomorrow.